Hi guys. I'm trying to get everything set up in the new space right now. I feel like there's a little bit of lag, at least for me. I mean, obviously you guys don't know what the lag is, but anyway, it's been a really long time since I've done a live stream. As you guys know, I've been super busy. I had surgery in June. I had sinus surgery, so that kind of put the kibosh on live streaming. And then I moved into a house, which is why the space is totally different. And so it's been a while since I've been able to live stream. It's just like life has just made things so busy. So it's nice to be able to do it again because it's been literally forever. I think the last one was like in May. So hi, Fun Disney fan. Thank you for joining. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes for some other people to join before we jump into the conversation, which today is going to be about D23, which I'm very excited for. But in the meantime, just want to make sure everything is working cool here. Okay, cool. So yeah, new background, very orange. If you guys have seen my latest videos, I actually painted it this color. It's not perfect. I'm not a professional painter, but I like it. It's like good vibes. Hi, Walking with Mello. Thank you for joining me. Hello from Connecticut. That's right up north. That's where Peter's from, my husband. What area of Connecticut, if you don't mind me asking? Peter is from Westport, so I always get curious when people bring up Connecticut. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about D23, which is in like literally 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today will actually be the second day of D23. It is my first D23 that I'm ever going to, and Rob's first as well. We talked about doing this a long time ago, and we kept saying we're going to go, and you know, for various reasons, it never panned out. And then last year we said, no, we are going to D23 next year. So we are going. We're flying down on Thursday, though D23 is Friday through Sunday. But we will be flying down Thursday afternoon. I believe Kat, Rob's girlfriend, is coming as well. I believe Kat's sister and boyfriend are also coming as well. So it's going to be a really fun group of us. Yeah, I'm really excited. I don't know what to expect. I'm a D23 noob. So, I mean, I know people tell me it's very similar to Comic-Con, except obviously all Disney, and I go to New York Comic-Con almost every year, so I kind of get that vibe. I've been to PAX too. But I still don't know what to expect with the panels and with the shopping. Oh my gosh, the shopping. I feel like I'm going to spend a lot of money. New Canaan. Okay, so not too far. I know that area. May the force be with you too, Jason Solo. So I'm really excited, but I don't know what to expect. There's going to be so many other YouTubers there and just friends of mine. So I'm super pumped about that as well, because I feel like we're all going to be able to hang out, which is really great. And we might actually be going to Disneyland. I know I said, somebody tweeted at me and was like, are you guys going to Disneyland? And I said, no, we don't have time. We're just focusing on D23. But it actually turns out that we might have some time on Friday evening. And the park closes at 11. So we figure if we can get there by like 6, that still gives us like a good 5 hours, maybe earlier. And so it's very possible I'm going to see Galaxy's Edge on Friday when we get there. So that is really exciting for me, because I didn't think I was going to see Galaxy's Edge for a while. I didn't think I was going to see it until I went back to Disney World, and I don't have a trip really set up yet. So I could be crying at the sight of Millennium Falcon sooner than I expected, but I will be vlogging all of this. D23 will be all vlogged. Disneyland will be vlogged. If I can do some live streams, I'll do so. I've been pushing my Instagram a bit, because I will definitely be on Instagram stories during D23 for sure. I'm sure me and everybody else that you guys follow, but I'm very excited. Coolness06 says, good morning from Disneyland, currently on the railroad. Oh my gosh, enjoy. I know you said you were going for the Haunted Mansion 50th stuff, which was going to be some of that at D23, which is really cool. There's like a whole panel on it. And it's so crazy that Haunted Mansion is 50 years old. It's like really crazy when you think about how old some of these parks are and like the history that they've had. It's It's really nuts. Like, I feel like I don't think about it often. Fun Disney fan says, what is your prediction for the surprise panel announcement? I don't know. Some people are really throwing around, like, what if they're going to compete with Universal and announce another park? But I don't know. I feel like a fifth gate is really, really far out for them. Maybe it's an expansion of something else. Maybe it's just going to be a panel about the 50th anniversary. Because, so I have the app, D23 puts out an app, so you can make your plans. And if I'm correct, I was looking at the schedule and I have not seen anything that is 50th Magic Kingdom anniversary related. So it might not be like a huge announcement. It might just be like a surprise project around the 50th, and then they might have a panel about that. I don't think it's going to be something absolutely mind-blowing. That's just me. I would be surprised. I'd be shocked. But they said they're going to announce it actually on the 22nd. So I'm just looking at my calendar. So that's Thursday. So the day we fly down, the 22nd, is when they're going to announce whatever the project is. And then I believe it's Saturday, the 24th, they actually do have a panel that's just called Secret Project, which I think we're going to try to get into. But realistically, will we be able to? I don't know. Like, you know, if this is anything, how I've experienced Comic-Cons in the past, it's like, you got to line up crazy early or the night before or whatever for certain panels. I don't know if we have that in us, we'll see. But it's going to be really, really interesting to see what they're going to talk about. I think that's the real big question mark with D23 right now, right? Everything else is like pretty cool. I mean, we were looking at the panel schedule. Rob said there weren't too many that he wanted to do. We might do the 50th Haunted Mansion anniversary one. We obviously want to do the parks one. We were also interested in the Disney Plus one. They said they're going to like talk a bit more about the lineup and on all of that. I think I'm going to end up spending more time on the show floor than necessarily panels, but we'll see. There's definitely some cool stuff. Also, apparently Keegan-Michael Kay is going to be there. I'm a big Key and Peele fan. That's awesome. So I think we're going to end up on the show floor a little bit more than panels, but we'll see. I mean, they could also make some last minute scheduling additions, I feel like. Critical Reviews, hey Christine, hey Chad, hope you guys are doing well. Oh, it's good to see you, Jimmy. Critical Reviews is a great channel that needs to be bigger than it is. I feel like it's so underrated, so you guys should check them out. Fun Disney fan says, make sure to go to the Disney Plus demo booth for us. I absolutely will. Hi, Rob Pickles. Thank you for joining. I believe Rob was telling me that they said that if you go to D23, you're going to get some sort of special discount for Disney Plus. I assume it'll be like for the first year or something, which is fine by me. I will sign up right there because I am so excited for Disney Plus. I am ready for, the Jeff Goldblum show, 100%. I'm ready for Hawkeye, even though that's not till, is it 2020 or 2021? That's fine. Just give me more Jeremy Renner. I can wait. I'm ready for all the Disney movies that are going to be out on there. Like, it's going to be really, really awesome. I feel like both them having the catalog and new shows, I'm very, very excited for it. So I know I was going to sign up anyway, so if they do have like a discount for D23 visitors, that would be super cool. So I don't really know what else to expect. I know it's kind of generally just like a con, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be a very tiring trip because Rob is flying a red eye and I'm flying a red eye on Sunday night. Like, we are leaving D23 and then I'm on an 11 p.m. or a 10 p.m. flight that gets in at 7:30 in the morning in New Jersey. So that'll be something. But yeah, I mean, I guess Fun Disney Fans has just canceled my Netflix subscription in preparation for Disney Plus. I do love Netflix. Like, I will probably not cancel it. It's probably my most used subscription. I have Hulu, but sometimes I question why. I feel like the only things I watch on there are like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Key and Peele. And then I watch like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which I own on DVD. So like, why? I don't know. Netflix, I just really love a lot of their documentaries. I love a lot of their original stuff, so I feel like that's not going to go away for me. But Disney Plus might replace Hulu for me, I feel like. Hi D90, nice to see you here. Thank you for joining. I appreciate all you guys chilling with me on a Saturday. Jimmy says, do you have any D23 dream announcements? I mean, I just really want more 50th anniversary stuff. That's what's kind of killing me. It's so soon. It's coming up so, like, you know, and Tron's opening soon and all of that. And, like, I want to know, what are they going to be doing? Like, what's the celebratory stuff that they're going to do? And more than just merchandise. Like, come on, it's a huge anniversary for the Magic Kingdom. And of course I want to go down for it, but like, give me a reason to go down for it. Like, tell me, what is it going to be? Are we finally going to get a nighttime parade? God, I wish they would announce that. Maybe that's the big dream D23 announcement I want. Just give me a nighttime parade, please. I just want more information on that. I'm surprised that we haven't seen anything in the books, in the schedule for that right now, because D23 is usually every 2 years, right? So, like, by the time they would come around again, it would be the 50th anniversary. So that's a little weird for me. Let's see. Rob Pickle says, I think they said you get Hulu and ESPN Plus automatically with your Disney Plus subscription, or at least that's what they were planning. Interesting, right? Because doesn't Disney own some shares in Hulu? Right now we do. So my husband and I do that, like, Spotify Hulu thing, so it's like a little bit cheaper if you do the package together rather than separately. I know Spotify, it's like, why subscribe and spend the money, and why not just listen to the commercials? But no, I did. At one point I was like, I need to save some money, let me cancel my Spotify, and then it drove me crazy. Also, I like to download music when I'm like on the subway, so because, you know, I don't have a data connection, so I went back to paying for it. Tristan Brown says, hello, I love your channel, by the way. Thank you, I appreciate it. There's been so many new faces, which has been so awesome. Like, I don't know what happens, but there's been a lot of growth in the past week on the channel. I'm not complaining. It's been really, really great. And I want to thank all of you who have subscribed and had me hit over 4,000 subscribers, which is amazing. Like, that's just amazing to me. You know, I'm so humbled by that. So thank you to the old people, the new people. It's been really exciting couple of weeks. James Ryan says, did you decide to renew your annual pass at Disney World this year? Are you spending your money on your other trips? The latter. Right now, so, you know, D23 is in 2 weeks. And then I have Disneyland Paris in like 3 weeks, which, oh my God, I only just started really planning today. Let me tell you, buying a house just derailed everything else, because it just took over our lives, like trying to set up this place and getting work done. And I just haven't had time to plan. So I was actually sitting today and I was trying to map out, how do I get from the airport to Disneyland Paris? Mind you, I'm going to be by myself at Disneyland Paris. Peter, my husband, is not coming until 3 days later. So, because he has no desire to go to Disneyland Paris and I am forcing him. So I'm actually flying into Paris. My first time going to another country by myself. I mean, I've traveled internationally quite a bit, and then I have to get from the airport, I'm taking an express train to Disneyland Paris, and then have to find out how I'm getting from Disneyland Paris to our Paris proper hotel afterwards alone. It's been a little nerve-wracking. I'm sure I'll be fine. Like I said, grew up and lived in New York all of my life until 3 weeks ago. So I've done the big city thing. I'm sure it'll be okay, but like, I haven't planned any of this, so God help me that I don't get on the wrong train. That's how I feel right now. Rob Pickle says, looking forward to Galaxy's Edge. I am. Yes, I mean, so I was saying before that I didn't think I'd be seeing Galaxy's Edge for a while. But now it turns out that we might be able to go to Disneyland for the evening on the Friday of D23. And if we do, I mean, we're going to be beelining straight to Galaxy's Edge. That's going to be our main focus. So I think I'm actually going to get to experience it in 2 weeks. And that kind of blows my mind, because I did not expect that at all. And I'm so, so excited. I can't even tell you. And then I don't know if you guys listened to the last TTA podcast, which is the podcast that Rob and I do together. And he went cast member previews. And his excitement really got me more excited. I know that there's been a lot of mixed feelings and some people are kind of talking down on it a bit. But, you know, his excitement to just be there and be in the atmosphere and to feel like he was really in Star Wars made me very excited. So I'm really pumped for it. Which Disneyland Paris ride are you most excited to experience? I think the Crush Coaster, because everyone tells me that that's fantastic. And it seems like the most unique ride there, like compared to a lot of the other parks. I'm also excited about Phantom Manor. Obviously, like I love the Haunted Mansion, and so I know the Phantom Manor has more of the bride, and you guys know I love the bride, so I'm really, really interested in that. And then I'm interested to ride Ratatouille. I know it's coming to Epcot. I'd like to check it out and like kind of see what that's all about. Rob Pickle says, going solo again in February for 2 weeks, my second solo trip. I got the courage to go solo because of you. Thank you very much. You are quite welcome, and I hope you have a fantastic time. I am itching for another solo trip. Obviously, like now that Rob lives there, I feel like it's like almost impossible for me to go fully solo, but I definitely want to have some solo part-time soon. I'm just itching for it. It's honestly the best. Fun Disney fan says, what hotel are you staying at in Disneyland Paris? I'm staying at the Sequoia Lodge. I wanted something that was like somewhere in the middle. I definitely could not afford a Disneyland hotel. Gosh, it looks gorgeous and amazing, and it's like right at the entrance of the park, but it was way too expensive. As was even the New York hotel, and also I'm from New York. I don't know if I really want to go to the New York hotel. So I'm doing Sequoia Lodge, which reminds me a little bit of Wilderness Lodge. It's about a 10-minute walk to the parks, which is fine with me and cool. You get to walk through Disney Village, which is like their iteration of Disney Springs or Downtown Disney. And I'm excited about it. I've heard good things, you know? So I think it's going to be really good. Walter Graham says, Paris is very easy to get around. Bizarre airport, but once you're at the train station bit, it's all very easy. Can you clarify what bizarre airport means? Because that'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm going to take the TVC train. I assume you know what I'm talking about, which is like the express train. It's like a 10-minute train ride, rather than the slower train, just to get myself over there, because I don't have a ton of time at the park, so I'm trying to make the most of it. Fun Disney fan says, you'll see Remy in French before Epcot English. This is true. But yeah, I'm really excited to check that out. Disney Sequoia's Lodge is lovely too. Very good choice. Thank you. Yeah, it was, there's a lot of cool different hotels over there. So it just seemed to appeal to me the most. And they had a really good package too. For the nights and the tickets and all of that. I think I get breakfast included. Something like that. I tried to do restaurant reservations. I was a little late on them, so I only got Waltz. I got a late lunch, early dinner, I guess. It's 3:45 Waltz. I cannot seem to get the Remy restaurant. It's just booked up. So, I mean, I might try walking up. I am one person, so maybe that'll work out. I also booked it's like like Cafe Agrabah. It is a buffet, but I've heard it's very, very good. And as you guys know, I love Morocco. I've been to Morocco. I think it's an amazing country. I looked at the decor of Cafe Agrabah. It's supposed to look like a Moroccan market, so that really appealed to me. But I've heard really, really good things about the food there, so I have that booked. The Saturday that I'm leaving Disneyland Paris to meet Peter in the city, I have like an early lunch there, so I'm excited for that. Are you planning on vlogging a lot or not as much at Disneyland Paris? I don't know. like obviously I want to vlog it quite a bit because I've never been there before. And also when I'm solo, I tend to vlog more because it kind of fills in some of my time when I'm alone. Like, I actually vlog less when I'm with other people because I get so caught up in the conversation and the time spent with them. So I think because I'll be alone, you actually are going to see quite a bit of vlogging from there. I am planning on getting a SIM card because I like having my internet and all of that. So I will likely also be on Instagram and all of that at the time. But I think I will be vlogging quite a bit of it. And I'll be vlogging Paris and London as well afterwards. That will be less. Like, I'll probably just do a video per each instead of like multiple days. But I might as well. I'm going to have the camera there. And, I did do a quick, when we went on our honeymoon, I did a quick video of Thailand. And did I do Cambodia? I don't even remember. Maybe. And so I did like one video for each country. So I'll probably do something similar to that. Walter Graham says, express train is the way to go. It's just a weird airport. You have to take buses everywhere. It's almost impossible to find food. There are probably lots of airports like this, just new to me. Okay, interesting. I mean, I guess I'll figure it out when I get there. My first time in an airport where you go to your gate, they steal your carry-on, and then they take you on a half-hour bus to the plane. That sounds terrible. I mean, I've been on buses to planes before, but not that long, right? So I guess we'll kind of see how that goes. I mean, the nice thing is I'm only flying in. I am not flying out of Charles de Gaulle. I am taking, after we go to Paris, we're taking the train from Paris to London, and then we'll be there for the following week. So we fly home from London, which I assume will be a lot easier. I hope it will be. I'm very excited for this trip, but I just feel like I've been so caught up in other things that I haven't even had time to be excited. So like now I'm finally excited. Fun Disney fan says, what should be destroyed, Galaxy's Edge or Pandora? Oh, well, I haven't been to Galaxy's Edge yet, so I can't even make that decision. I'm probably going to say Pandora anyway, but I don't know. That's unfair. I don't want to do either of those things. Let's see. I know you said you were trying to go easy on March. However, Galaxy's Edge has merch. However, Galaxy's Edge has a crazy amount. Stuff that makes me want it all. Holocron, droids, lightsabers. Yeah, I mean, I do want a holocron. It's really funny that Rob and I are very different because we've talked about the merchandise. And he's like, oh, I'm going to get, the Jedi lightsaber and this and that. And I'm like, dude, I want all the Sith stuff. Give me the Sith holocrons. Give me the Sith lightsaber. So clearly I know where the two of us stand on the light side, dark side of Star Wars. We're in the opposite ends. Ed, so good to see you. Thank you for joining. My daughter went through Charles de Gaulle in June. The tab, explain more. Jimmy says, are you trying to plan out the rides or just winging it in Paris? I'm unfamiliar with their fast pass system. I believe that they have very few fast passes there, from what I understand. When you look at all of the parks, Disney World just has the most. Like, that's just how it's set up. Like, you can basically fast pass almost everything in Disney World. Whereas, like, even when we were looking at Hong Kong, which we obviously didn't get to go to, I don't want to go there. It's such a sad thing for me. There were very few fast passable rides. They do their big ones and that's about it. And that's what I find with a lot of these other parks. It's like, it's just your major rides. So I'm kind of just winging it. I was told that Crush's Coaster gets busy very, very fast. So I want to do that in the morning. So my plan right now is I fly in overnight, because that's most of the flights from Jersey. No, sorry, we're going JFK. So JFK to Paris. I get in at 8 in the morning, and then that is a park day. I'm going to be exhausted. So I need to get to the hotel, and then I'll probably go to Disneyland. And then the next day, I'll probably do the studios, which I hear just needs like a half day. And that's where Crush's Coaster is. So I'm going to go first thing in the morning to Crush's Coaster, knock that out, do my half day at Disney Studios. If I feel like I've seen everything, I'll go back to Disneyland for the evening, because it's like Disneyland in California. It's like right next to each other. And then I do still have Saturday morning. It's a 3-day ticket that came with my package, so I'll probably do so. I don't know what I'm doing on Saturday morning, to be honest. So it is a bit more winging it than I'm used to with a Disney trip, but I'm kind of okay with that. Like, I think it'll be good. The Chi-Chi V train is much faster than the RER trains. Yeah, that's what I learned, Ed. We were talking about in Paris, for anyone who's... Oh, sorry, my Echo Dot is yelling at me right now. By the way, guys, Echo Dots are amazing. We need to put another one in Peter's room, because he's up one floor. We just discovered the fact that you could talk to each other through them. It's so good. So, yeah, TGV is like the high-speed train, which is like 10 minutes. So I'm definitely going to do that. Hi, Mike. Oh, it's so good to see you here. I'm so glad you were able to join. I've been really liking a lot of your vlogs that you've been doing lately. Guys, we hung out the last trip that I took to Disney World, and he's been doing more of his own vlogging. That's MKPZ. You should check out his channel for sure. Walter Graham says, Crush's co-star has a massive queue immediately, so definitely use your extra magic time and go there straight away. Yeah, they do extra magic time instead of extra magic hours, so it's an hour before, or I believe when I looked it up, it was like 8:30 to 9:30, so I will definitely do that. Ed says, my daughter highly recommends the Mickey and the Magician Show. Good to know, because I need to learn more about like the shows and stuff. I don't really know much about like the fireworks or the shows or the entertainment or anything like that. I do know that now, as soon as you walk down Main Street, you can get a glass of champagne, which sounds fantastic and like not a thing you can do in Disney World. So I'm going to be doing that. Like that is definitely a thing that is going to happen. How can I not have a glass of champagne and look at the castle? It sounds so French and so amazing. So, Mary Video says, you don't need Fast Pass for Disneyland Paris. I did both parks in one day. That's good to know. I have about 2.5 days. Tired. 2.5 days at the parks, which I think will be more than enough. I think it'll let me ride things multiple times and like take in some things. I believe the parks close. Oh my gosh, I forgot. But you're right. It's kind of early. It's like 7 or 8 p.m. So I'll probably also check out Disney Village afterwards. Maybe hang out in the hotel. I mean, it has a pool, so that's nice. I'll definitely be packing a bathing suit. Maybe I'll just be doing that. Let's see. 1:30 a.m. Sunday here. Ivy and friends, see you later next time. Happy Saturday all there. Oh my gosh, that is so early in the morning. Go get some sleep, but thank you for joining. Let's see. The RER is perfect to get there. The station is right next to the parks. If you're looking for a really good dining experience, my daughter also recommends the Chef Remy restaurant. I tried to get a reservation. It is booked up. So I might try to just walk up and see what happens. I do have a reservation for Walt's, which I'm really excited about because obviously that is dedicated to Walt and his history with the parks. So that'll be really fun. And then I do have a reservation at Cafe Agrabah. But if I can get into Remy's, I'm going to try. We'll see what happens. Hello from the Lopez family. Hello, Lopez family. Thank you for joining. We are talking a mix of D23. We've been talking a little bit about Disneyland Paris because that trip is coming up for me really soon. And everyone's giving me amazing advice because it's so weird to go to a Disney park and feel like a total noob and just feel like I don't know anything, but it's so exciting. Like there's something really exciting about going to these parks and being like, I don't know anything. This is all new to me. Let's see what's going to happen, you know, as opposed to Disney World, which I just know like the back of my hand. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that meme, the Breaking Bad meme, and it's like you walk into Disney World with your friends and they say, let's get a map, and then it's him saying, I am the map. That's me. Like, I am the map. So it's nice to go somewhere where it's going to be like totally fresh and new. Heard Waltz is nice but overpriced. Big surprise there. I did hear it is expensive, but you know what? I'm on vacation, so I'm going to treat myself. So we'll see. We'll see how it is. And then, oh my gosh, forget the rest of the trip. We haven't even planned anything else in Paris. We're like vaguely looking at restaurants and stuff. We don't have too many days in Paris, and we don't want to do too many touristy things. Like, we want to go to the Louvre, but like not spend all day there. We're going to limit the time there. I want to check out the catacombs. And then I just want to shop and eat. Like, that's pretty much it, you know? I feel like that's what you got to do in Paris. Jimmy says you have to see the dragon under the castle. Yes, I saw a video snippet of it, so I know what it, like, looks like. But I think that is one of the coolest things that Disneyland Paris has, which is you go under the castle and there's a dragon, an animatronic dragon that lives under there, which is amazing. Maple Leaf Mouse says, does Disneyland Paris have Fast Pass? I believe that they do. But honestly, I have not done a ton of planning. I also think that you have to book them when you're there. I don't But yeah, I think that's right. I think it's like the old school thing where you have to do it when you're there. There's no like pre-booking your fast passes. Walter Graham says if you're looking to eat lunch of anything non-reserved, you need to go early. Queues move so slowly there, like an hour and a half queue for lunch, and nah. Do you have any recommendations for then quick lunch places? Like instead of going for a sit down, where's a quick place to get a bite that you think is pretty good? Because I'm always open for that. It's usually cheaper. It's quicker, especially when I'm by myself. You know, it's like totally fun to do that. So if you have any recommendations for stuff like that, let me know. I'd also love to know, like, what kind of exclusive merch does Disneyland Paris have? Like, is it a lot of the same from, like, Disney World parks, or do they have a lot of exclusive merch, or is it mostly, like, pins that are exclusive? Because that's really what I want to buy, you know? Like, there's no point in me buying something there that I could buy in Disney World. So I would love to know for you guys who have been to Disneyland Paris or know someone who has, like, what is, like, the exclusive merch like? Let's see, Robert Macnica? Sorry, I always say your name wrong. I apologize. Hey, Christine, do you know how much of a language barrier, if any, there are at the other Disney parks around the world? So from what I've understood in all my research, there is not much of one because they make sure that their cast members have at least some English like training, right? Some ability to speak English. I'm sure it all depends on who you go up to. I'm sure there are some people who are more fluent than others, but from what I understand, especially in Paris, it's less of a concern. I think my bigger concern is when I go to Paris proper. You know, like, what is the language barrier going to be like for us there? Because I do not speak French. I know very few basic things, and I understand the etiquette of it. I'm very big on anytime you go to a country, just learn the basics of what to say and learn the basic etiquette, right? That'll get you really, really far. But yeah, from everything that I've seen, even when we were planning on going to Hong Kong, it does not seem like there's a huge language barrier when speaking to cast members. There might be with certain rides. Like some rides, there are English options. Some rides, it's just the other language. Some rides, it's back and forth. I believe the fireworks in Paris are like some French, some English. So like that might be a bit of a language barrier, is not understanding some things going on in the rides. But I think because a lot of things are very visual, because this is Disney, probably doesn't take away that much. But I will definitely report, like that would be a great video for me to do after I get back, is to kind of report back on like what is that experience as a primarily English speaker in Disneyland Paris. But I can't even imagine it's that crazy because they get a lot of UK visitors there, like a lot, because people just take the train over. So they get a lot of English-speaking people, so I can't imagine the barrier's that great. Let's see, I'm missing some questions here. Will you be using the Ears to the World service at Disneyland Paris? I don't know. I've looked into this. Like I said, I haven't really planned much, so I feel like I'm kind of behind on all of my planning for this trip, but I don't know. In terms of merch, lots of exclusive pins. I say there's a lot of exclusive plush things, lots of characters you don't see much of in the American parks. I do like that. Okay, wait, Disneyland Paris. Hunchback takes place in Paris. Please tell me there's merch. Tell me there's something there, Hunchback, that I can buy, please, because if there isn't, like, I'm done. I'm out. Maple Leaf Mouse is where you're staying. We talked about this a little earlier, but I'm staying at Sequoia Lodge, which is like a 10-minute walk to the parks. Hi, Disney Caden. Thank you for joining. Walter Graham says you should be fine in Paris. Most of them are taught English in schools. You'll get Vincent Price on Phantom Manor. That sounds... I'm so excited for Phantom Manor. Like... I'm excited. Mary Video says they speak English, just be nice and greet in French. That this works in the whole country. Yeah, I mean that's, I went to Morocco and learned how to greet them in Moroccan. Like that's a huge thing for me. Like learn greetings and just learn how like people are. You know what I mean? Like anywhere you travel, you just need to be more cognizant, and you can't like live in your own world, As far as I remember, they're not huge with the Hunchback stuff. You can buy Hunchback plush. My daughter got a quasi plush. Oh my God. I know what I'm buying. That just got me was Beanie Baby size, that's fine. I don't care if it's this big or this big. I will find a way to get it home. I am really, really excited. You don't understand. I just need all of the Hunchback merch. And by all of it, I mean all 5 things that they've ever made. Because we know. We know how that movie's neglected. Hi, Bill P. Thank you for joining. For all the people who just joined recently and probably trying to figure out what the heck we're talking about, we're actually talking a little bit more about Disneyland Paris. It kind of came up because I'm going soon. But also, if we want to take it back to D23, let's talk about that as well. Still picking my brain about what that super secret project is going to be that they scheduled a panel for on Saturday, but we still don't know. Lucci the Cat says they had a 1-year live show for Hunchback at Disneyland Paris, but it only lasted a year. I mean, they used to have a show in Hollywood Studios. Shed a tear. I mean, look, it's in Happily Ever After. I feel like I really got vindicated there, so I'll take that. That's the best I can do. Ed says, have a nice time. I'm done with the exercise bike, so bye. That's the best. That's the best way to spend your time. Exercising is watching YouTube. I do the same thing. Thank you for joining, Ed. It's 12 a.m. here. Oh my gosh, go to bed. What are you doing? Jimmy says, I know Rob was thinking that the secret panel is possibly about the cruise line. That would be so lame. Like, No hate on Disney cruises, and I still need to go on one. But I just don't think that it's that exciting to be like secret project, and then you're like, we're talking about a new ship or whatever. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's probably exciting for some people, but I think people will be really disappointed if that's what it ended up being. I don't know. It could be. I wouldn't put past Disney to do that. Fun Disney fan says you can always see the little bit left of the real Notre Dame. Yeah, oh my gosh. When Notre Dame was on fire, I cried. I was really upset. And it's such a bummer because, of course, that was a huge thing we were planning to see. And now, kind of is what it is. I don't even know how close we're going to be able to get. I don't really know, how they're dealing with all of that right now. It's a bummer. It's sad, but you know what? It's going to be rebuilt and it'll be wonderful. And, it could have been worse. But yeah, that was super, super sad. Rob Pickle says, hope they talk about Marvel Phase 5 more at D23, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Blade, etc. Yeah, I mean, maybe that could be it. Maybe that could be the big announcement. There's definitely a lot of Marvel stuff. There's a lot of Endgame stuff there. There was like a cool panel about the special effects of Endgame. I was kind of interested in that. I'm surprised there's no Star Wars. Like, as far as I know, I didn't see a panel for like the next Star Wars movie. Because normally they but then again, there's like Star Wars Celebration and stuff, so maybe they didn't want to take away from that. I don't know. But I just expected to see more Star Wars. I mean, with the last episode coming out this year. Sergio says, I feel the same way about a cruise ship. I just can't do it. I feel like I would get bored. I love cruises. This isn't me like poo-pooing cruises. I've done a cruise before. It was phenomenal. You do not get bored. There is just endless things to do on a ship. And then that's only like for a time between going to ports. When you get to ports, you get off and you do things at port. But the amount of stuff that cruise ships have to do, it would be so hard for you to get bored. Trust me. But I just don't think as an announcement, building up a super secret announcement, that would be really satisfying for people. I just think like people expect something bigger when you're going to say something like that, especially after Universal's big Epic Universe announcement. People want something just as big, I think. Which, not to switch to Universal, but I wonder what you all think of that. I don't love the name. I think a lot of us don't love the name, Epic Universe, but it's really exciting. I feel like, the more competition, the better. Seeing what they're going to do, probably push Disney to do bigger and greater things, and, Universal could use another park. They've only had 2 for the longest, so I'm really interested in what's going to come about that. Also, the whole Super Nintendo world is exciting. Even though I'm bummed that there probably won't be any Zelda there. But you know what? I'll take everything else. Sergio said a heart dropped when we saw this in the States, Notre Dame Tower burning. Yeah, that was It was a tough day. Disney Kane says, I really want more details on Epcot. That could be. I mean, we were getting all this, like, concept art of all the changes that are going to be happening. We still don't really know much more about the Guardians ride. So maybe that could be. It's so crazy to think about all the different changes that are going to happen in the next couple of years at Disney World. It's very exciting. I feel like in the last few years, through the next few years, we've had more additions and more changes than we have in a long time. So, I mean, I know a lot of people don't love change, but I'm really into it. I'm really excited for it. So, Fun Disney Fan says, not very excited about Universal's new park, considering the only thing they said was, it's coming. Yeah, no, I agree. It was very vague. It was a super vague announcement. They didn't really talk about the details of the lands or anything like that. But I think we all kind of have an idea of what's coming to it. And they've already kind of... we already know Nintendo's a thing, right? Like, we knew that a couple of years ago. So we know that's going to be a thing. I think it's a long project, right? Like, you don't make a new theme park overnight. So they have time to kind of trickle out the information. I think it's just exciting for the competition of theme parks and just to have somewhere new to go. That's always exciting. Disney Hayden says, I'm excited. I assume you mean for Epic Universe. Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I think it's going to be really, really cool. Yeah, hit me up with more questions, guys. I've got about 10 more minutes-ish because we are going to go explore this downtown area. There's so much we haven't explored yet since we moved. So we're going to go hop in the car and go check out some stores and stuff at a nearby town. Let's see. See you later, Mary Video. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Rob Pickle says, a lot of Star Wars stuff in development, but probably a few years away. Hope they give us a tease at least. It'd be cool if we got a little bit more on Rise of the Resistance. I mean, that's coming, the Disney World one's opening in December, so I would like to see more teases of that, a little bit more information. What if, like, their big announcement was, like, an expansion to Pandora? That would be cool. I don't know if that's really realistic, but I think it'd be really cool. Fun Disney Fan says, have you watched the Imagineering in a Box series yet? Not yet, but I need to. Jimmy says, random question, favorite pavilion at Epcot? Morocco. Always has been, even before I went to Morocco. I loved it. I think it was part of the reason why I wanted to go. I know it sounds a little weird, but I really loved it so much that I wanted to see what the real country was like. It's just beautiful. I love all the little shops. The people there are so friendly. I really like Moroccan food. You can't really go wrong in Morocco, personally. Furious Nator says, did you hear about Wishes not having fireworks in the future? No, I did not. Tell me more. I haven't heard about this. My Disney park... Oh, to save money. Interesting. My Disney park memory says next Disney World trip, ? There is a big question mark. I don't know. It's okay. So full disclosure. I have these 2 trips coming up. They cost a lot of money. I am a freelancer, as a lot of you guys know, and my freelance gig ended right before I moved into the house, which was a plus because I got to be here to do a lot to the house that I wouldn't have had time for. The negative is I'm right now interviewing for my next gig. And so I kind of need money before I go to Disney World. That's kind of where I'm at right now. It's just about, like, I can't at the moment afford it. So even staying at Hotel Rob. So I really hope that I want to, like, try to pull a weekend in the fall, even if it's a really short trip. Also, because Michael K has been bugging me to get down there. Oh my gosh, you guys. If you guys don't even know the conversations that I have sometimes among other YouTubers. And he literally was in Epcot with Rob, and they made this video about how I needed to come down to Disney World. It was really, really funny, and they sent it to me on Instagram, and I was cracking up. So people have been poking and prodding me to get down there. I'll get down there. Ed says, don't be too shocked that the big D23 announcement is actually a 5th gate. That would explain why Universal has the rapidly assembled non-big notice to jump out ahead of any Disney announcement. I mean, I would love a 5th gate. I don't know what it would be. Like, my dream 5th gate has always been a villain's 5th gate, but I don't think that would ever happen because I just think it wouldn't appeal to a lot of people. And I think it would come across as a bit of like an adult park, and Disney would never do that. But I don't even know what a fifth gate would be. That would blow my mind if there was another one. Maybe the panel will be about Disney World getting some more value resorts to compete with Universal Studios value resorts. Could be new resort stuff, but they're already building all these other resorts, and like, oh my gosh, I just think about the crowds it's going to bring into the parks. Rob says, how easy is to get last minute dining reservations for one? Today is my 180-day mark, but park hours not all out yet for February. Pretty easy. Basically, it is as hard to get a table for one as it would be for a table of two, because they're putting you at a table for two, right? There's no such thing as a table for one unless you're like sitting at a bar somewhere and eating there. But pretty darn easy. I've done it many, many times when I've been down there. I've switched up reservations. It all depends on the restaurant. Like, I'm not gonna tell you that like you're gonna get California Grill real easy for a table for one, but I would say at least 70% of restaurants you'll be able to find something, and you can definitely do like the refresh strategy like people do for fast passes, but for reservations you'll get something. Ed says, remember that everything Universal does is influenced by Disney. Yeah, both Rob and Michael are passionate advocates for Orlando. Yeah, they were like, move down here. I was like, oh my gosh, I just literally bought a house in New Jersey. It's not gonna happen. I also don't have a desire to move to Orlando. It's really funny because a lot of people ask me, when are you doing it? Honestly, the answer is never, and it's nothing to do with like, it's just not somewhere I would want to live. There aren't a lot of job opportunities for me there. I prefer to raise my kids up here by New York. Like, there's a lot of reasons I wouldn't move there. So as much as I miss Rob and I cannot wait to see him during D23, I don't have plans to move down to Florida. Frost's thoughts on the Disney Plus service. Very excited about it. Definitely signing up for it. I heard that D23 goers are going to get a discount, so I think you can sign up there early. Gonna definitely do that. I'm excited for both having the backlog of Disney content and all the new stuff. I think it's gonna be great. I really do. I don't think they're gonna drop the ball on this one. James Ryan says, I subscribe to you, my fave, thank you, and to Michael K, as well as Tim Tracker, a Disney food blog. Who else should get my fun time? Oh my gosh, there's so many good people out there. I don't know if you follow Super Enthused. She's really, really great. She's not just theme park and Disney, though she does do that, but she does a bunch of different stuff around Orlando, and she's really great. And a friend of hers and someone who I got to hang out with last trip, Expedition Theme Park, he's also fantastic. So I would definitely recommend those two channels for sure. Cameron Thompson says the panel is going to be the announcement of 2 gates. They're not opening anything new, just adopting the universal naming system by calling their water parks gates. That'd be lame. that was the case. Ed says you're forgetting the fact that Central Florida is miserable weather. That's why I live in Southern California. That's really funny. We have miserable... Actually, I've been joking that I live in Florida. We have had the most insane humid and like thunderstorm-ridden summer ever. Like, everyone's talking about how it's more than it's ever been in this area. We've had thunderstorms come through more days than not every single week for the past month plus. And like, we're talking flooding, like downpours, crazy stuff. So apparently I already live in Florida. I just don't even know it yet. Disney Kane says, I have an apartment down in Florida, only 10 minutes from Disney. Just came back home to the poor part of New Jersey. Well, I'm glad that we are fellow New Jerseyans. It's weird. That's a weird thing to say. Still weird for me. My Disney park memory says Disney Seas as a 5th gate in the middle of Florida sounds wrong, but it would be great. Rob says, congrats on the new house. Next big investment for you, DVC. I wish. I tell Peter this all the time. I'm like, look, even if it's another 10 years... Come on. It's got to be DVC owners, because I'm going to be taking the future kids, down there all the time. I'm going to be the cool parent. Let me just tell you. Ed says, subscribe to a really good British vlogger, Disney in Detail. Yeah, I have checked that channel out. It's really great. Adam Hatton is also a great UK blogger. He's really, really fun. Climate change, yep. That's what it is. Ed said, my last summer in New York, 1990, was equally miserable. Rained all the time. It was 95 degrees, 95% humidity for 6 solid weeks. I was 4 years old, so I can't remember that, but I'm sure it was pretty terrible. Faraz says, I wonder how many times locals of Orlando and California visit the parks yearly. California probably more so, because also if you look at a lot of things that they announce and they do is definitely local driven. It makes sense also with the location. But yeah, I don't know if that's stats that they put out, but it'd be really interesting. Jimmy says we're in the Q&A lightning round. Pew, pew. Yeah, this is like when I'm like, I'm leaving in 5 minutes. Everybody send me all your questions, and I just go through them. I am leaving in 5 minutes, though. So start sending them through, guys, and I'll start answering them as quickly as possible. Oh, my God, it's been so much fun to do a live stream. It's been so long. It's literally been like 2 months. Ugh, I got to do this more often. Ed says California is a lot local, like more than 50%. Yeah, I mean, look at this like Haunted Mansion achievement thing. They want people to come like 3 different weeks to get this like other ultimate achievement on the app. That's for locals, right? Nobody's like taking a 3-week long vacation. I mean, somebody probably is, but Disney Caden says, I've met Adam Hatton at Rose and Crown. Yeah, he's so nice. He's such a nice dude. We talk a lot online. We've never met, but I really want to hang out with him. He's such a cool guy. Jimmy says, yes, thanks for the sound effects. Gotta do it, you know, lightning rounds. Gotta do it. Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's like a couple of other really good people, like really good UK bloggers. Crispy S'mores is great, even though they've branched out from Disney stuff too. We're 85 miles south in San Diego, and we've gone as frequently as 8 times a year. I did the drive from Disneyland to San Diego. Not bad. I did that on my last trip to California. Love San Diego, by the way. Great, great city. Wish we had more time to spend there because we had a great time there. Really, really great city. A lot of good restaurants. I just love the walkability of it. It was all really great. San Diego is a great, great place. Also, the zoo. Amazing. Jimmy says, hoping to make it to Disneyland on your D23 trip. I think we actually have a plan to. I believe we are going to go the Friday. There was no plans to do it. I think we are fortunate enough right now with Rob's girlfriend being a cast member, so she will likely be able to get us in, which is huge. And so what we'll end up doing is probably going at like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock and then just running to Galaxy's Edge, I think is the plan. So it might be happening. I went from no Disneyland at all to it's probably happening, and now I'm very excited. James Palm says, I'm going to Magic Kingdom this coming Friday. Super excited. Oh my God, had the best time. Please eat a Dole Whip for me. I'm so jealous. Fun Disney fan says, how many questions does the TTA receive on average every week? Oh gosh, a lot. The backlog is insane, you guys. That's why sometimes we do episodes where we just do Q&A because we try to get through them all. It fluctuates, but I would say most weeks we probably get 3 or 4 questions. On the high end, it could be like 6 to 7, and then we don't even get through all of them and everything. Sometimes we've got like 10 in the week. You know, we try to get through as much as we can. Let's see. Ooh, so much going on. Fun Disney fan says, Kat working at a show right now. She is in, why am I blanking right now? Voices of Liberty. Yeah. Being amazing in Voices of Liberty. She's so talented. She's a crazy talented soprano singer, and I'm very, very happy for her. Thoughts on future of the park? You mean Disney World or like a specific park in general? Robert says, I wonder if Disneyland Paris has champagne Dole Whip. Oh my gosh, don't even tempt me. That would be amazing. Perla says, hi Ivy from Tijuana. Oh my gosh, that's so far away and amazing. Love your content. We'll be in Orlando for 3 days on January. I'm going to Hollywood and Animal Kingdom to must do. Are you and Rob family or just friends? We are just friends, but we've known each other for 20 some odd years. We have been friends since elementary school. So we are not family, but we practically are at this point. Did you see videos of the remake of the French Haunted Mansion? No, because I'm going to get to experience it myself, and I don't want to be spoiled. But I hear it's really, really great. Let's see. Saw Kat singing in a Tim Tracker Epcot vlog. Yeah, I heard about that. Somebody told me that they saw her in the background, which is like really, really cool. Disney Cade and Disney World, the future of Disney World. I mean, I think Galaxy's Edge was a huge thing for them, and I think with all the changes in Epcot and Magic Kingdom and Tron and all of that, I'm excited. I'm excited for everything that's coming. I welcome change with open arms. Oh my God, Sean! I'm so glad you like slipped in here, even though I do need to run in a few minutes. Oh man, where were you an hour ago? You are my Bash brother. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Let's see. I'm pretty sure Disneyland Paris has a champagne Dole Whip. Don't even. Wait, I'm gonna look this up right now. Don't tempt me or like tease me, you guys. Hold on. I'm looking this up. Champagne Dole Whip. I don't see it. Don't, you know. But I do know they have champagne on Main Street. Do they? I mean, they have to have just Dole Whips in Disneyland Paris, right? This is me Googling right now. Yes, came in 2016. And, well, now I know where to get that, which is great. No, I don't think they have a champagne Dole Whip. Man, you got me all excited. James says, have you ever been to the Halloween party in Magic Kingdom? I have, twice. It's one of my favorite things to do. But Halloween is also my favorite holiday. So keep that in mind. I don't know how big of a Halloween fan you are, but I love Halloween. Like, I plan my costumes out months in advance, and I think about how I'm going to decorate my house, and I love horror, I love all of that. So it's really, really fun. I think it's totally worth it. The parade is awesome, and there's going to be some updates this year to the parade, which is exciting. Hollow Wishes is awesome. I have not seen the new Hocus Pocus stage show. The last time I went, it was the old stage show, but I hear it's also really great. You're going to have a great time. Always good to see you, Christine. Hope we can chat soon. Bye. See you later, Jimmy. Just this champagne Dole Whip would be interesting and also just really dangerous for me. Like, my vlog would just be me eating champagne Dole Whips, drunk, stumbling down Main Street. Maybe it'd be good. Maybe it'd be entertaining. Christina on her Dole Whip hunt. That's me, man. If they you can dump champagne on a Dole Whip. Wait a minute. I think you just came up with a really great idea. Would I look like really ridiculous if I did that? Would they be like, oh my God, this American putting champagne in her Dole Whip? Elizabeth said, if they announce a fifth gate, what would the theme be? I mean, I want it to be villains. It's not gonna be. I don't know. I mean, that's a really, really good question. Marvel, I guess. Like, they might as well just embrace it and have an entire Marvel land. Marvel has become so big, and there's so many aspects to it that you could totally do it. But again, it wouldn't really appeal to everybody, but maybe it doesn't have to. Fun Disney fans said the theme would be how great Disney is and the amount of money they make. You're welcome, James. Yeah, you're going to have a great time with Not So Scary. Anyway, it's 3 o'clock. It's time for me to go explore my surrounding new home. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in. It has been so much fun, and I really want to be doing these more often. And please, in 2 weeks, D23, follow me on Instagram. I will be vlogging. Maybe I'll even be able to live stream if I can get some Wi-Fi in that building. Anyone who's going to D23, say hello. Like, I get messages sometimes that people see me and they go, I saw you and I didn't want to interrupt. No, say hello. I love it when you guys say hello. As long as I'm not, like, in the bathroom or, like, I don't know. I don't even know what else I could be doing. Come say hello. I really, really appreciate it when I get to talk to you guys because I get to put faces to the people who watch me, and it's just awesome. So please say hello if you're going to D23 for sure. Horror is awesome. Off topic, but did you see a new trailer for the Banana Splits horror movie? I will look that up. I have not even heard of it. But anyway, thank you so much, guys. As always, thank you for watching. Oh my gosh, gotta do this again soon. You guys are great. Bye.